Welcome to The Stone Report, a time of ministry, news, updates, and exciting information just for you. Now, here is Perry Stone.
It won't be long. Welcome to the Omega Center International. We're doing our Stone Report from when you walk in the main door. There's two lobbies. We have flat screen TV, fireplaces in the winter. People love this place. Thank you for all of you that attended the main event, by the way. And let me just mention to you, when we do the main event and we air it on the Manifest telecast, for example, we do about 21, 22 minutes for 5 weeks straight. There are things when I preach prophecy, which I did. I preached 3 prophetic messages during the main event. And I would say to Charlie, when you edit this, do not put this on. I say it from the pulpit. And there's some things that we talk about, that we deal with the people. It does come out on this DVD and CD, but it does not come out on the telecast itself. I want you to hear all of the messages that the speakers revealed and they gave and the words they gave. Jensen he went to Revelation 13 and he said, I'm going to preach a word. And I said, Jensen, he even said, I don't preach prophecy. I don't understand it. Perry comes to my church to do it. And he preached something called the deadly wound that is healed. And he did an application on the 4 things in Revelation about deadly wounds in our life. Never heard anything like that. Brian Cutshaw mesmerized me, if I can use that term. He got into this Hebraic study, never heard it before. It was just like totally amazed. 9 services with Mark Casto, Brian Cutshaw, Kevin Wallace, Jensen Franklin, and the 5 messages I preached were prophetic rumors that are not true. And on this one, I had to deal with the Iraqi dinar. That's number 7 on the rumors, and I hope you hear that. The mystery of infants in paradise. This one, the last 20 minutes, I just about cried through the entire thing and showed some people a picture. If you were not able to see that, they did air that once on Daystar, but I want you to get that. 10 amazing prophetic prodigies in Israel taking the devil to dinner. Anyway, the information is at perrystone.org for CDs and DVDs. The DVDs, let me encourage you to get those because it has the music, it's got Christ Temple, it's got the choirs, it's got the dance and drama team, it's got the praise and worship on it. You'll have church right there in your home. Okay, so those are available. The book, the book Scarlet Threads and Black Banners Rising are the 2 most recent Manifest offer. And really, someone said to me, they said that's the most extreme offer you've ever done, because one deals with 4 spiritual tools every mother can use, 5 prayers to pray when your family's in trouble, how to prepare for your children for their destinies, how to pray lost sons and daughters back home, how to break Satan's strongholds on your bloodline. It deals with prayer and authority, and especially is geared toward women. Then over here you've got Black Banners Rising, which is a whole teaching on Islam, the Islamic beast, and ISIS, and how ISIS is playing into this. All of this right here. And so it may seem odd for this not to be either a total practical offer or a total prophetic offer, but what I try to do is put something that is in the now and a now word. Now, some of you ordered our teaching where we taught this in churches, but this is about 1 hour and 40 minutes. I think, is that right, Charlie? Maybe 1 hour and 40, 45, something like that. And it has really a better combination of tying it together than what we do in church services, because we're limited for time a lot of times in our church services. But we went in the studio and did this and edited it from the studio. Please get this and let your kids and family members see where we're going prophetically. This will show you where we're going prophetically. Unsealing the Daniel Cipher is still available, our 4 hours of teaching from the book of Daniel. I tell you why I love this, because all those props I created over the years, those big styrofoam beasts, Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonian gate, the tree stump, I was able to use all of those on this teaching. I want you to get this if you don't have it yet, and really understand the time of the end. More people are interested in this now, including young people, than I've ever seen in the entire 38 years I've been preaching and been in ministry. 12 gates to Satan's underworld. Can the magnetic zones in the sea be 12 entrances to the underworld? And this has about a 7-minute cassette tape clip. It's a DVD where you hear a guy tell a story who was on a boat, and I won't go into the detail, off the edge of the Bermuda Triangle, and what happened there. This is a great soul-winning DVD. We have met people personally who said, I watched it, I was completely away from God, didn't care about Christianity, God convicted me, I'm saved, serving the Lord now. And one man actually got called into the ministry after he came back to the Lord after watching this. So that's a great tool. Real quick, if you don't have these yet, Tough Prophetic Questions Answered. This was part of our prophetic summit where we did the question and answer session. That's now available. 6 CDs. When Believers Behave Badly. When Satan Is Your Friend. Number 2, Snakes on Standby. Number 3, When a Believer Behaves Badly. Number 4, Taking Me Back to the Brazen Altar. Number 5, Sins Before and After You're Saved. Number 6, The Diary of Deceptive Warfare. Scarlet Threads, we do have it on audio if you want to order it from the ministry. And these are just very quickly, these were in the recent magazine. The Assignment Against the Weakest Link. The Spirit of Gog Rising in Ukraine. Enoch, the First Prophet Predicting the Messiah's Return. The national shift, the final shift has begun. And if you don't have our band, this is Larry and Gina and the OCI band. This is fabulous. This is 12 songs, maybe more than that. And it's called Awaken. You can get that on the website. And Denver, come over here and stand beside me because tell me about iTunes. And I've got my microphone. Denver is our tech guy. By the way, he married way over his head.
Yes, I did.
She's like a model. You're very fortunate. She's a beautiful girl. She's a godly girl, and she loves you, man. She's crazy about you. Did you know that?
I did.
I just want to tell you that.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Tell us about now that they can get the 8 prophetic books series that we did 1 through 8 on what?
On Kindle.
Okay.
Yeah, just go to Amazon or on your Kindle device and look for Perry Stone Prophecies or Perry Stone Unusual Prophecies, and the whole series is there. And number 2 and number 4 we no longer sell because they're out of print, but they're only available on Kindle.
So in other words, we started running out of books, and it's very costly to print, so we decided to make them available on Kindle. So when our books sell out, some of them we're just not going to reprint, so you got to get them while you can get them. And we will not reprint. We'll just end up putting them on the electronic method probably from here on out. Now he's got another probably 15 books that we're going to put on Kindle as well.
Yeah.
And so you need to check Kindle out. Now also we're doing some other things. You want to give them an update on some of the other things we're working on, kind of in the ministry or just you know more about that than I do.
If you haven't got the new Perry Stone app, you can get that and buy all these teachings he's mentioned. You can also see the Manifest program, the Stone Report, a lot of important updates there. Continue to check our Facebook and our Twitter. Yeah. Perry stays pretty update on those.
And we actually do video on Facebook where people can see us from the plane, from the crusades. Now here's what we're going to do, and you need to know this. We're going to Israel. Okay? In Israel, Robbie James has a phone, and we are going to post every day from Israel live somewhere. If something is discovered, you're going to see it first. Did you know the Vatican just found some papers that were in their archives, and they translated them, and it is an eyewitness. It's a very famous historian that was an eyewitness to Jesus. A stillborn baby was born, and Jesus raised the baby from the dead. And it's authentic. And so I don't know if y'all saw that. This is fabulous. But just so you'll know, there's a lot of things we're planning. So follow us on Facebook. Yeah, what about, tell us about that.
Yes, we're getting ready to launch a Roku, so you can watch Manifest on your Roku device if you have that television service. Perry Stone will have his own channel, and you can go watch Manifest anytime you want.
Isn't it great? Denver, I want to just compliment you. I'm glad you walked by. He does a great job. He really has a heart for the ministry. His wife has a heart for the ministry. They work real hard. They're just so precious. And I always called Larry and Gina Ken and Barbie. I'm gonna have to start calling you and your wife Ken and Barbie. Man, you guys are so cute together. You really are. But thank you, Denver, for all you do.
No problem.
All right. Now, a couple things real quick. Pray for our Israel tour that's coming up. We're doing a back-to-back tour, a partners tour, a main tour. We ask you to pray for God to give us favor all the way from the airports with all the equipment. We want God to give us favor with the weather, especially the weather. We want great weather so that when we tape, it won't rain, because if it rains, it hinders our taping, okay? So please pray for us to have great weather on the trip and God's favor from the beginning to the end. We do want your prayers there. We're also going over to Africa to minister and wanted you to pray for us there, in South Africa, actually. We're not going to Western Africa, but we're going way to the south. Also, just so that you'll know, we're coming to Cartersville, Georgia. You can go to the website and get those dates. We're going to come there. Lamarck, Texas, one night down in Lamarck in November, both of those in November. And then we come back from Israel. I'm going to John Kilpatrick's church. He's dedicating his building there. and I'll be a part of that as well. Now just remember that as we come toward the end of the year, our television airtime is due. We depend on partners such as yourself and friends, people that may not even be partners, to support us and help keep Manifest on the air in 249 nations of the world. Do not forget, every Thursday night to log on to the live prayer on the internet through ociministries.org at our prayer barn. Every Tuesday night, if you're in the area or visiting, come and join us for our Tuesday night service every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock right here in the OCI facility. Well, there's a lot going on. We're going to keep you updated, partners. We love our partners, and thank you so much for your prayers and support. God bless you.
Perry Stone invites you to join him for his 2014 Israel Tour. The dates are November 24th through December 3rd. Call 1-888-321-3629 or visit perrystone.org for more information and how to register. Seating is limited, so call today.